Peace to everybody, back with another video. This is about R. Kelly's friend who posted his $100,000 bond, wants her money back. Judge says no and reports. Now, whatever you do, do not ask me to play no videos in my news articles because I am blocked on 4 videos for copyright. And I mean, seriously, I never play videos in my news articles, so I don't know why YouTube is coming after me for it though, but I have been blocked on 4 videos, so please do not ask me to play any videos in news articles because the answer is going to be no. R. Kelly appeared in court in Chicago Tuesday for a hearing on the state sex crime charges against him, only to listen as a lawyer for the friend who posted his bond demanded her money back. So R. Kelly went to court this morning for a hearing on the state sex crime charges against him, allegedly, only to listen as a lawyer for the friend who posted his bond demanded her money back. So she wants her money back. But Valencia Love, who put up $100,000 in February so Kelly could be bailed in the Cook County case against him, will not get her money back. Judge Lawrence Flood ruled, according to the Chicago Sun-Times and CBS News in Chicago. So Valencia Love is her name. She was the one who put up $100,000 for R. Kelly's bond. She's the one who wants her money back, but the judge said no, that she won't be getting her money back at all. And of course, the judge's name is Lawrence Flood, ruled according to the Chicago Sun-Times and CBS News in Chicago. Flood said Love signed a bond slip which explicitly warns she could lose that money even if Kelly met the conditions of his bond, because a judge might order the money be used to pay his attorney fees, court costs, fines, and other expenses. So Flood said that Love signed a bond slip. So once she writes out that slip, she can never get her money back. Also, the judge might order the money to be used to pay for his attorney's fees, court costs, fines, and other expenses as well. So this is why the judge is not giving her money back. Flood also denied a motion by prosecutors to boost R. Kelly's $1 million bond. It was mostly a symbolic gesture since Kelly is locked up on federal charges and has been denied bond in those 2 cases. So Flood denied a motion by prosecutors to boost Kelly's $1 million bond, which I think that's a lot of money, but still. Kelly is locked up on federal charges and has been denied bond in those 2 cases, so he's not going to get out anytime soon. And of course, here's the disgraced singer himself, R. Kelly. At this particular time, it's kind of a moot point, Flood said. Kelly, 52, is facing 4 sets of state and federal sex crime charges against him in 3 states. So he's facing charges all over the place. And of course, he's 52 years old. He's facing 4 sets of state and federal sex crime charges. Love's attorney, John Collins, appeared at the hearing to tell Flood his client had no knowledge of the federal investigations in New York or Illinois when she posted bond, and that Kelly is a man of vast resources. So Love's attorney had no idea of any of these other charges that was going on in New York or in Illinois. John Collins is his name. He appeared at the hearing to tell Flood his client had no knowledge of the federal investigations. But I think they knew about it, but they're just making it as though they don't know anything about it. There's been a substantial change of circumstances, Collins said. In this instance, he's held no bond, so the purpose of the bond are frustrated in Illinois since Kelly is now being held without bond on the federal charges, Collins said. There's no need to have her money sitting in deposit. Well, her money has to stay there because, the judge is not going to give her money back. Collins said in this instance, he's held no bond, so the purpose of the bond are frustrated in Illinois, since Kelly is now being held without bond on the federal charges, allegedly. There's no need to have her money sitting in deposit. Well, when a judge says, no, you can't have your money back, that means, no, you can't have your money back. Here's what Fox posted on their Twitter account, R. Kelly being in court. Kelly has claimed he's broke. Besides Love's contribution to his bond, he also needed help to pay off an overdue child support payment. Well, he already paid that child support payment, which somebody paid for him. Kelly has claimed he's broke. Well, yeah, if you're in jail and if you're spending money here and there like a water fountain, yeah, you're gotta be broke. Besides Love's contribution to his bond, he also needed help to pay off an overdue child support payment. So what overdue child support payment does he have for the month of September or August? So he already paid off, or somebody already helped him pay off the $161,000 child support. And that's a pretty steep amount of money when you got to pay a lot of money for it. Love, 47, who met Kelly on a Lake Michigan boat cruise, told local reporters in February that she posted 10% of Kelly's bond because he is a good friend. She also claimed at that time that the cash she handed over was all Kelly's money, but declined to elaborate. So Valencia Love is 47 years old. She met Kelly on a Lake Michigan boat cruise. Now, I don't know how many years ago that was, but they met. Told local reporters in February that she posted 10% of Kelly's bond because he is a good friend. Now, why would he be a good friend to somebody if he allegedly sexually abused all these girls back then? Kelly appeared in court in an orange jail jumpsuit. He was indicted in Cook County in February on multiple counts of sexual abuse of underage girls. So R. Kelly did appear in court in an orange jail jumpsuit. He was indicted in Cook County in February on multiple counts of sexual abuse of underage girls during that time. And of course, here's R. Kelly with, I do believe that's his lawyer, Steve Greenberg, which I know he needs to shut his trap too. His bond had been set at $1 million, but prosecutors had filed a motion to raise it. Although Flood denied the state's bond motion, he said he may revisit the issue if circumstances change in the federal cases. So his bond was up to $1 million, but of course Valencia Love had paid 10% of that. She paid $100,000 for it. Flood denied the state's bond motion. He said he may revisit the issue if circumstances change in the federal cases. So there is maybe a 50-50 chance that he will revisit that matter. Kelly has been locked up in a federal detention center in Chicago since July, when he was indicted on 2 sets of federal crimes, including child pornography, sex trafficking, and obstruction of justice in Illinois and in New York. So he's been locked up since July in a federal detention center in Chicago. Of course, he was indicted on 2 sets of federal crimes, including child pornography, sex trafficking, and obstruction of justice in Illinois and in New York, allegedly. He was denied bond by judges in both federal cases. Kelly was a no-show last week in Minneapolis, where he was supposed to make a first appearance on child prostitution charges, but federal prosecutors in Chicago declined to make him available, and a judge issued a bench warrant for his arrest. So he was a no-show in Minneapolis, Minnesota last week. The judge has issued a bench warrant for his arrest, but I guess the judge did not know he was already in jail, so the judge kind of figured, well, here's a bench warrant for his arrest. And so that's what happened. He was supposed to make a first appearance on child prostitution charges, but apparently that didn't happen. But federal prosecutors in Chicago declined to make him available, and that's when the judge has issued a bench warrant for his arrest. The next hearing in Kelly's case in Cook County was scheduled for December 4th, but Kelly is not required to be there. So his next court date is December 4th. And of course, Kelly is not required to be there. And we don't. So whatever charges he's got in Minnesota, but that was for prostitution charges. But hopefully they'll get him there. If not, they'll just keep him locked up until December 4th, but Kelly is not required to be there, but I have a feeling they are going to drag him there no matter what. And these cases that he has, they're all piling up on him because of what happened years ago. And of course, I know the statute of limitation is 8 years, but Chicago is unlimited for a lot of reasons. I don't know why they do that, but it is. And Chicago is not exactly a nice place to visit, really, when you got shootings there every night, kidnapping of children here and there every night. Nah. But in the meantime, R. Kelly is locked up in a federal courthouse, or court jail, or whatever you want to call it. But I guess that his next schedule will be December 4th in Cook County. Leave your comments below. I am out.